And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Well, since last Sunday, we had a saturated atmosphere over Colorado that led to heavy rainfall almost daily across the state, and it forced a lot of people to take risks and make decisions about whether or not they're going to drive through a flooded roadway, because we had many flash flood warnings across the state. We never ever recommend you drive through a flooded road, especially if you can't see the bottom of the road. There is almost no way to tell how deep it is, and this person learned that lesson as they quickly determined that they made the wrong decision as this water went over the hood of their car. They did back up and get out of it, but that's not the right choice you want to make. It's best to just find an alternate route and avoid any danger and avoid a hefty car bill. Now, in terms of the lightning, it was quite beautiful, quite striking from Peter's perspective in Peyton yesterday, where we had that heavy rainfall. And there was multiple days where we had rain across our region. Southern Colorado, eastern Colorado had the most. Where you see any of these little purple hues of our radar indicated totals, it's up to 6 inches of rainfall. Now, not every spot on this map has a sensor that actually collected rain, but for those official National Weather Service sensors, I found some of our top totals across southern Colorado. This Colorado Springs Airport being one of the top at 4.12 inches, 3.5 for Lamar, 2.5 in Los Animas over the past 6 days, 2.25 inches at the John Martin Reservoir, Pueblo Reservoir, 2.22 inches and 1.94 in Walsh. So great moisture for us. Took our July rainfall to above normal levels, and that's great for our water year. July is typically our wettest month, and it definitely lived up to it. So we're pretty calm this morning. We've got some low clouds, and this afternoon we will have some afternoon thunderstorms in 2 spots, the mountains and our southern zones between Springfield and Trinidad. So Baca County and Los Animas County likely to see thunderstorm activity today, but a good portion of our region here likely to be dry, and just a very isolated chance that a storm could make it to Colorado Springs today. And you'll notice this is kind of the status quo for the weekend. Generally, we're drying out. We'll have limited thunderstorm chances almost daily for the mountains, and just a slight chance for those storms to make it to I-25 in the afternoon hours. So Sunday, we might see a rainstorm for Monument or Colorado Springs. But generally, we're on a warming and drying trend here in Colorado, and you'll notice that as our temperatures climb. Today, we're warming back to pretty much seasonable levels, and 85 in the Springs, 89 in Pueblo will feel quite nice. Got 70s and 80s here across the region today. On the Super 7 day, you'll note that we're back to the 90s for tomorrow. We're staying in the 90s through the first part of the week. Today's thunderstorm chances pretty isolated. Same goes for tomorrow. By the time we get to Monday, that's August 1st. A couple of climate stats for you. In the Springs, our average high is 83, low 56, and we usually get 2 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. We do have those rain chances returning as soon as Wednesday. For Pueblo, you've got one more day in the 80s. Take advantage of it, because we're back to the 90s in no time. And on Monday for August 1st, we're looking at a typical high for the month of 90, 59 for the low. Just over 2 inches of rainfall is what we usually see. And hopefully we continue with this stretch of wetter weather. We will see another surge of moisture come Wednesday through Friday. Canyon City, looking forward to 80s for one more day, and then 90s for you here on out. Near daily thunderstorm chances, so watch for the skies to darken in the afternoon. Same goes for Woodland Park. You could possibly see a thunderstorm just about every day here. 70s and 80s for your temperatures up there in the higher elevations above 8,000 feet.
And we're so grateful when our viewers are our eyes and ears out in the community. It was so nice for you to be able to share that video, because you gave out so many warnings this week. But it's nice to be able to share and show like these things really happen.
Yes, and you always think you're gonna make it. You always think this won't happen to me, but we have learned this week that it can happen to you, and you can put yourself in a dangerous spot.